Consider it pure joy, my brothers and sisters, whenever you face trials of many kinds, because you know that the testing of your faith produces perseverance. James 1:2-3. I thought the pain was punishment, but it was actually his answer. I prayed for strength but didn't know the cause. Asked God to make me different from what I lost. Wanted transformation, wanted to be made new. Didn't realize the answer would be pain I pushed through. Every rep that burned was refining fire. Every set that broke me took me higher. I thought I was just training in the gym alone, but Jesus was answering prayers I barely spoke. And see, I asked for courage, he gave me fear to face. I asked for patience, he gave me trials that made me wait. I asked for faith, he gave me mountains to believe can move. I asked for strength, he gave me weakness to prove that his power was made perfect when I'm at my end. When the weight's too heavy and my body won't bend. When I'm crying through the pain but I finished the set. That's when prayer gets answered in ways I won't forget. The pain wasn't random, wasn't meaningless suffering. It was the very tool he used for my recovery. From who I was to who he called me to be. The pain I trained through set my spirit free. I'm brave for change. He sent the fire. The pain I felt took me higher. The pain I trained through was a prayer Jesus answered. Every struggle was his love advancing. Through my weakness and the strength divine. The pain I trained through was his perfect design. The pain I trained through was the prayer Jesus answered. Not punishment but purpose, not random but plan. He was building what I asked for through the burn. The pain I trained through was how I learned. Romans 5 said we glory in our suffering, cause suffering produces perseverance. That's the covering that God provides through trials that seem too hard to bear. But they're actually his answer to our prayer. I wanted character, he gave me crucible. I wanted victory, he made me go through obstacles. I wanted to be like Christ, he gave me his cross. I wanted to gain everything, he taught me through law. 2 Corinthians 12, Paul's thorn remained. Not because God didn't care, but because through the pain his grace was sufficient, his power displayed. In weakness made perfect, that's how prayers are laid. As foundations for transformation we can't manufacture. Only God through suffering creates that architecture of a soul that's been refined, a faith that's been tested, a warrior who's been through fire and is fully invested in the kingdom, in the calling, in the fight. The pain I trained through brought me to the light of understanding that he answers every prayer, just not always how we expect or think is fair. He answered. He was working through the stress. Every trial was his answer to my prayer for change. He was building what I asked for, me brand new. The pain I trained through was his answer coming true. Not despite, but through. Not around, but in. The pain itself was how my transformation began. Pushing through the struggle, reaching for the sky. Remember that the pain might be his answer to the prayer you prayed for transformation. He's not ignoring you, he's refining you through the very pain that's changing you. The pain is the answer, the struggle is the way. He's working through it all. Trust him today. But he said to me, my grace is sufficient for you, for my power is made perfect in weakness. Therefore I will boast all the more gladly about my weaknesses, so that Christ's power may rest on me. 2 Corinthians 12:9. I thought I was building myself up, but he was building me in my breakdown.
I used to think endurance came from pushing harder, from grinding every day, becoming my own martyr, to discipline and dedication, self-made strength. But I was wrong about the process and the length of what it takes to truly last, to persevere through life's marathons when the finish isn't clear. I hit the wall, completely spent and broken down. That's when I learned real endurance isn't found in how much I can do, but in how much he sustains. When I've got nothing left, when I'm running on empty veins. Isaiah 40:31 says those who hope in the Lord will renew their strength. That's his accord. They'll soar on wings like eagles, run and not grow weary, walking not be faint even when life gets dreary. But I had to reach the end of my own power first, had to be completely weak, had to feel that thirst for something beyond myself that could carry me through. That's when Christ stepped in and built something new. Not endurance I created through my effort and grind, but endurance he constructed when I was losing my mind. When I had nothing left, when I thought I'd break, that's when he built me up for his glory's sake. I didn't build endurance, Christ built me while I was weak. When I couldn't take another step, he gave me strength to seek his face, his grace, his power working through my frailty. I didn't build endurance, he built me faithfully. I didn't build endurance, Christ built me while I was weak. Turned my breaking point into the ground where he would speak life into my bones, hope into my soul. I didn't build endurance, he made me whole. Yeah. Philippians 4:13 says I can do all things, but not through my strength, through Christ who brings the power to endure what I couldn't on my own. He builds in my weakness what I never known. True perseverance, real lasting power, not just for a season or a single hour, but sustained endurance through decades of fight. He constructs in darkness what I couldn't in light. Hebrews 12 says let us run with perseverance, the race marked out despite our appearance of weakness, of inability, of being too far gone. He's the author and perfecter, he makes us strong. Not by our efforts, but by fixing our eyes on Jesus who endured across the ultimate prize. He knows what endurance costs, what it takes to last, so he builds it in us through trials we pass. Not because we're capable, but because he is. Not through our power, but through what's his. Working in our weakness, constructing day by day. Endurance we couldn't manufacture any other way. He built me, made me in my weakness. He made me in my breaking. What I couldn't construct, he was creating. Not my effort, not my grind. His pre-built endurance, in the weakest place. I couldn't do it, he could. I couldn't last. Christ built me up when I thought I quit. His strength is complete. He built endurance through my defeat. I didn't build endurance, Christ built me while I was weak. When I couldn't take another step, he gave me strength to seek his face, his grace, his power working through my frailty. I didn't build endurance, he built me faithfully. I didn't build endurance, Christ built me while I was weak. Turned my breaking point into the ground where he would speak life into my bones, hope into my soul. I didn't build endurance, he made me whole. He made me whole through his greatness, what I couldn't do, he completed, he succeeded. So stop trying to build yourself through your own might. Let him construct you in the darkness and the light of your weakness. That's where his power shows. True endurance only he bestows. Not through your grinding, but through your breaking. Not through your power, but through your shaking. He builds what lasts when you can't go on. His strength constructs. He builds in weakness. Endurance that's real, not what we make, but what he reveals. And know that I am God. Psalm 46:10. In the noise of the world, In the chaos of the grind, the silence between sets is where his voice I find. Yeah. I was chasing games, chasing numbers, chasing more. Every rep was war, every set was keeping score. But in the 60 seconds, when the weight was on the rag, that's when Jesus whispered truths I was lacking. In the silence when my heart rate slowed its beat, when exhaustion made me still, made me incomplete. In my own strength, that's when I could hear him clear. Not in the strain, but in the rest, drawing near. 1 Kings 19 shows Elijah in the cave. God wasn't in the earthquake when the fire gave power displays, but in the gentle whisper after. That's what God spoke, that's the chapter that changed everything I knew about his voice. It's not always loud, sometimes it's a choice. To be still, to be quiet, to rest between the grind. That's what Jesus speaks to the wandering mind. Between set 1 and 2, breathing heavy, spirit low. He reminded me I'm loved more than I'll ever know. Between set 2 and 3, doubt creeping in my head. He whispered I'm enough when I felt spiritually dead. The silence isn't empty, it's full of his presence. The rest between the work reveals his essence. Not just in the doing, but in the being still. That's where he speaks his perfect will. In the quiet, in the pause, between the strain and the release, his voice became so clear, giving my soul its peace. The silence between sets is what Jesus spoke to me. Not in the noise, but in the stillness, setting my spirit free. Every rest became a conversation with the King. The silence between sets is where I heard him speak. The silence between sets is what Jesus spoke to me. Turn my training into worship, my gym into sanctuary. In the pause where I breathe, he breathed his life. The silence between sets cut through. Now I approach my workouts differently than before. The silence isn't wasted time, it's an open door to communion with my Savior in the midst of mundane. He transforms the ordinary, sanctifies the strange. 60 seconds between used to feel too long. Now it's not enough time to hear his song of love and grace and purpose over my life. He speaks destiny in silence, cuts through noise like a knife. Matthew 6 says, go to your room and shut the door. Pray to your Father who sees what's in store for those who seek him in the secret place. The gym became my room, the silence became his grace. Poured out in moments when I thought I was alone, but he was always there, making himself known. Not demanding my attention with thunderous sound, but whispering his presence when my feet touched the ground. After a heavy set, legs shaking, spirit weak, he spoke straight into my soul, that's what I see. Now in every workout, not just gains for the physical, but spiritual encounters that are truly biblical. The silence between sets became my daily bread, where Jesus feeds my soul with words he said, specifically for me, tailored to my need. In the quiet, he plants his perfect seed. In the silence, he was there. Between the thread, he was there. Every rest became, he was there. A moment crystal clear, crystal clear. Not in noise, but in peace. Not in care, but in rest. The silence revealed what he does best. Does best. Speaking life into death, to despair. The silence between sets, so he's always there. Always there. He's us God. The silence speaks volume when we pause. When we pause. When we pause. The silence between sets is what Jesus spoke to me. Not in the noise, but in the stillness, setting my spirit free. Every rest became a conversation with the King. The silence between sets is where I heard him speak. Silence between sets is where Jesus spoke to me. Turn my training into worship, my gym into sanctuary. In the pause where I breathe, he breathed his life. The silence between sets cut through my strife. Cut through my strife. In the quiet, his voice so clear. In the silence between the sets, he was speaking. My soul he's keeping, always reaching. So don't rush through the silence, don't skip the rest between those moments, holding encounters with the King unseen. In the stillness he is speaking, in the pause he makes himself known. The silence between says is where his voice is shown. Be still and listen. In the rest, he speaks. The silence holds his presence, where your soul he keeps.
and surely I'm with you always, to the very end of the age. Matthew 28:20. I felt so alone in the struggle until I realized he was running beside me, matching every step. Yeah.
5 a.m., headphones in, nobody around. Just me and the iron, just me and the sound of weights hitting concrete, breath getting heavy. Felt like I was grinding this journey alone, unsteady. No spotter, no partner, no one to understand the battles I was fighting, the weight of the man. On my spirit, on my soul, on my faith, wearing thin. Thought I was solo in this war I couldn't win, but then I felt the presence I couldn't explain. Like someone was beside me, pushing through the pain. Not physically visible, but spiritually real. A strength that wasn't mine, helping me to deal with the reps I couldn't finish on my own power. With the sets that broke me in my weakest hour, he was there, matching my pace step for step. Jesus training with me through the blood and the sweat. Luke 24 shows two disciples on the road to Emmaus, carrying their heavy load. Jesus joined them walking, though they didn't know. He been there all along, matching their flow. That's what he does, meets us where we are. Doesn't wait for us to reach him from afar. He comes down, matches our pace, walks our speed, meets us in our struggle, provides what we need. I thought I walked alone through every trial, every fight, but he was right beside me, matching my stride in the night. I thought I was training alone until Christ matched my pace. Realized he'd been beside me, never left this place. Every step I took in solitude, he was taking too. I thought I was training alone, but he walked me through. I thought I was training alone until Christ matched my pace. Turned my lonely grind into a journey full of grace. He didn't wait for me to reach him, he came down low. I thought I was training alone, but he never let me go. Now I understand what Hebrews 13:5 means. Never will I leave you, never will I forsake you. Seems wasn't just a promise written on ancient page, but a present reality in my current stage of training, of struggle, of pushing through hard days. He's matching my pace in countless different ways. When I'm running slow, he doesn't rush ahead. When I'm moving fast, he's not lagging. Instead, he meets me exactly where I am today. Doesn't demand I speed up or slow my way, just walks beside me, runs beside me, lifts with me in perfect sync. That's true victory. Deuteronomy 31:8 says the Lord goes before and will be with you. He'll never close the door. On his presence with us in our daily grind, he matches our pace. He's one of a kind. I'm not training for approval, not grinding for his love. He already gave it freely from above. Now I'm training with him, not to earn his grace, but enjoying his company as he matches my pace. Every morning workout, every evening session too. He's my training partner, making all things new. Not just in my body, but my spirit and my soul. He matches my pace, it makes me whole. He matches
my pace,
he walks
beside me,
never ahead, never behind, right where I need. Not rushing
my journey,
me behind. He adjusts his stride to match mine. When I'm weak, when I'm slow, matching my pace all of my days.
all my days,
Never alone, always with me. Christ in my pace sets my spirit free.
I thought I was training alone until Christ matched my pace. Realized he'd been beside me, he never left this place. Every step I took in solitude, he was taking two. I thought I was training alone, but he walked me through. I thought I was training alone until Christ matched my pace. Turned my lonely grind into a journey full of grace. He didn't wait for me to reach him, he came down low. I thought I was training alone, but he never let me go.
never let me go. He's beside me, he's matching with me.
Every step I take,
He's taking two. I'm never alone. He sees me through.
So when you feel alone in your struggle, in your training, in your fight, know that Christ is right beside you, matching your pace day and night. He doesn't rush you, he doesn't leave you behind. He walks at your speed, that's the love you'll find. He matches your pace, never alone in this race. He's beside you every day, matching your stride. all the way.
For God has not given us a spirit of fear, but of power and of love and of a sound mind. The weights felt heavier than my anxiety until he reminded me who I am.
Panic attack in the parking lot, couldn't go inside. Heart racing, palms sweating, nowhere to hide from the fear that gripped me stronger than any way. The gym became my battlefield, anxiety at the gate. Used to be my sanctuary, now it's my greatest fear. Afraid of judgment, of failing, of breaking down in tears in front of strangers who wouldn't understand that my body was at war with my mind's demand to just walk through the door, to just pick up the weight. But fear paralyzed me, made me hesitate. For weeks I sat outside, engine running, can't commit to facing what once empowered me, now I wanted to quit. But 2 Timothy 1:7 kept playing in my head. God didn't give me fear, he gave me power instead, and love and sound mind. But I felt none of those, just crippling anxiety as the panic grows. One morning I sat there crying, couldn't take it anymore. Pray Jesus I need courage, just to walk through that door. I'm not asking to live heavy, just asking to be free from this prison of fear that's consuming me. And I felt his presence, stronger than the fear I faced. A supernatural courage that couldn't be erased by anxiety's lies or panic's cruel grip. He restored my courage, helped me make the trip. When fear became my prison, when I couldn't find my way, he broke the chains of anxiety and gave me strength to stay. The day I feared the gym more than life, Jesus restored my courage. Broke through the panic, through the terror I've been nursing. Gave me power over fear that held me captive. The day I feared the gym more than life, he made me active. The day I feared the gym more than life, Jesus restored my courage. Not just to train, but to live, gave me new purpose. Turned my anxiety into the testimony of his grace. The day I feared the gym more than life, he won the race. Now I understand that courage is an absence of fear. It's moving forward even when anxiety is near. Joshua 1:9 said, be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid even when life's outrageous. The man seemed impossible to face or bear. God promises his presence, he'll be right there. That's what he did for me that day in the light. Didn't take away the fear, but gave me strength I forgot I had in him. Not in myself alone, his courage flows through me from his throne of grace, where I can boldly come to receive mercy and help. That's what I believe. Hebrews 4:16 became real to me that day when I walked through those doors in a brand new way. Not in my strength, but in his power working through my weakness. His glory emerging from my struggle with anxiety and mental health. He gave me courage that's true, spiritual wealth. Can't be measured by how much weight I press, but by the fear I face with him. That's what says. Every session now is victory over fears don't make. Every rep declares his courage through my pain of anxiety, of panic, of all the lies I believe. Jesus restored my courage when I was deceived. Victorious courage, he gave power, he gave power. Not panic when anxiety held me, he made me stand. Made me stand. Not my strength, his power. Not my courage, his grace. He restored what fear stole, took its place. Fear doesn't win, he does. Anxiety doesn't rule, he reigns. He restored my courage, broke the chains. I can do this through Christ. I can face fear through him. He restored my courage. The day I feared the gym more than life, Jesus restored my courage. Broke through the panic, through the terror I've been nursing. Gave me power over fear that held me captive. The day I feared the gym more than life, he made me active. The day I feared the gym more than life, PG restored my courage. Not just to train, but to live, gave me new purpose. Turned my anxiety into testimony of his grace. The day I feared the gym more than life, he won the race. He won the race over my fear. His courage flow when he is near. I'm not alone in this fight. He restored my courage, gave me life. So if anxiety has you trapped today, if fear is stolen your courage away, know that Jesus specializes in restoration. He gives power, love, sound mind, salvation. From every prison that fear creates, he'll restore your courage, he never hesitates to meet you in your panic in your darkest hour and remind you of his perfect power. He restores courage, he breaks fear's hold.
His power, sufficient, makes us bold.
Abide in me, and I in you. As the branch cannot bear fruit by itself, unless it abides in the vine, neither can you. Unless you abide in me, John 15:4. I chased every motivation of speech, but what I really needed was his presence.
I consume every motivation of video I can find. Fill my playlist with hype, trying to change my mind. From defeated to determined, from broken to brave. But temporary fire fades is not what I crave. I needed something deeper than adrenaline rush, something beyond the pump, beyond the push. A motivational quotes that last until tomorrow, then leave me empty again, drowning in sorrow. See, motivation gets you started, but it doesn't sustain. When life hits hard and you're dealing with pain, that won't quit, that won't fade with the speech. You need something permanent within your reach. I didn't need another sermon on grinding hard. I didn't need to be my own guru or martyr. I needed Jesus to stay when motivation left. When hype wore off and I felt bereft of energy, a purpose, a will to carry on. That's when I learned what I've been missing all along. Not motivation that comes and goes like waves, but the constant presence of the one who saves. Not just my soul for eternity later, but my today, my now, he's my creator. Who stays when feelings fade and motivation dies. His abiding presence is where true power lies. Motivation fades away, but his presence always stays. I don't need to feel that hype, I just need him all my day. I didn't need motivation, I needed Jesus to stay. When the hype wore off and feelings went away, his presence sustained me through the valleys low. I didn't need motivation, I needed him to not let go. I didn't need motivation, I needed Jesus to stay. Not temporary fire, but his eternal way of sustaining, remaining, abiding with me. I didn't need motivation, I need him to set me free. John 15 says, abide in me like branch divine. That's not motivation speaking, that's divine connection. It doesn't depend on how I feel, but on his faithfulness, his covenant is real. Motivation says you got this, go get it, but Jesus says apart from me you can't forget it. Trying to produce fruit on your own steam. Abide in me, that's the eternal theme. Psalm 46:1 says God is our refuge and strength, and ever-present help. He goes to any length to stay with us, not just motivate and leave, but remain, abide, help us to believe. Not just in our ability to push through hard, but in its sustaining power as our guard against giving up when motivation fails. His presence in our weakness always prevails. I learned to say, Jesus, just stay with me today. Don't need to feel motivated, just need you to stay close, present, abiding in my heart. That's the power to finish what you helped me start. Not through hyper speeches or pump-up songs, but through quiet presence that sustains all along the journey, the process, the days that are hard. Jesus staying with me is my victory card. Stay with me,
Jesus,
don't leave.
please stay.
When motivation fades,
You're all I need today.
need today.
Need me.
Not feelings,
Not hype,
but you just stay with me.
gets me through.
Abide in me, remind with me. Your presence sustains more than I know. Motivation fails,
You stay.
you remain. Jesus, stay with me is everything,
Everything,
everything. I didn't need motivation, I needed Jesus to stay. When I bore off and feelings went away, his presence sustained me through the valleys low. I didn't need motivation, I needed him to not let go. I didn't need motivation, I needed Jesus to stay. Not temporary fire, but his eternal way is sustaining, remaining, abiding with me. I didn't need motivation, I need him to set me free. Set me free
from chasing hype
from needing feelings.
to do what's right.
Just Jesus stay,
It's all I need.
his presence sustains.
He sets me.
So stop chasing motivation like it's the answer. What you need is the presence of the master, who stays when feelings fade and hype is gone. His abiding presence keeps you moving on. Not through temporary fire, but through eternal presence. That's what you require. His constant essence, he stays. When feelings go, he abides. When motivation low, his presence is all we need.
Jesus staying helps us succeed.
My grace is sufficient for you, for my power is made perfect in weakness. 2 Corinthians 12:9. I ran out of air, but His grace kept breathing.
Mile 3 and I couldn't catch my breath. Lungs burning, legs screaming, felt like death. Every inhale shallow, every exhale weak. But something beyond my body helped me peak. Beyond my limits, beyond what I could do. His grace was infinite when my breath was through. I thought I quit, thought I'd have to stop, but His grace sustained when I was about to drop. See, my breath was measured, finite running low, but His grace is limitless, an endless flow that doesn't depend on my capacity or strength. His grace goes to any width, any length, to sustain me when I've got nothing left to give. His grace is what enables me to truly live, not just physically but spiritually too. When my breath is short, His grace carries me through. Lamentations 3:22-23 says His mercies are new. Every morning His faithfulness breaks through the limitations of my human frailty. His grace is sufficient for my reality. I wanted to give up, couldn't take another step, but His grace breathed life when I had no breath left. Not depending on my performance or my pace. His grace is constant, that's amazing grace. When I had nothing left, when my lungs gave out, His grace kept flowing. That's what it's about. My breath was short, His grace wasn't when I couldn't go on. His love was constant, my limits were reached. His mercy had none. My breath was short, but His grace had won. My breath was short, His grace wasn't when I wanted to quit. His strength was abundant, my capacity in it has never ran dry. My breath was short, but His grace was my supply. Now I understand what Paul meant in his letter when he asked God to remove his thorn to make him better. God said my grace is sufficient for you, not I'll remove it, but I'll carry you through with grace that's greater than your weakness or pain. My power shows best when you can't sustain yourself anymore, when you're at your end. That's when my grace becomes your closest friend. My breath was short in more ways than one. Not just running, but in battles I begun against depression, anxiety, fear, and doubt. When my spiritual breath ran out, His grace was there, inexhaustible supply. When I couldn't pray, He heard my silent cry. When I couldn't worship, He accepted my presence. When I had nothing, He gave His essence. Romans 5:20 says where sin increased, grace increased all the more, never ceased to flow, to cover, to sustain, and provide. His grace is the ocean where I can abide. My breath is limited, measured by my lungs, but His grace is eternal, where victory is sung over every limitation, every finite thing. His infinite grace is what makes me sing. My breath was short, His grace ease wasn't when I couldn't go on. His love was constant, my limits were reached. His mercy had none. My breath was short, but His grace had won. My breath was short, His grace wasn't when I wanted to quit. His strength was abundant, my capacity in it has never ran dry. My breath was short, but His grace was my supply. My breath was His wasn't when I ran out, He filled me up. My strength, His power, when I couldn't breathe, His grace was sweet. Limited, limitless. My breath was short, but His grace exists. Insufficient, all sufficient. When my breath was short, He won the race. One breath was short, His grace wasn't when I couldn't go on. His love was constant, my limits were reached. His mercy had none. My breath was short, but His grace had won. My breath was short, His grace wasn't when I wanted to quit. His strength was abundant, my capacity in it has never ran dry. My breath was short, but His grace was my supply. It's my supply, never runs out. His grace is infinite without a doubt. My breath is limited, His grace is not. His grace sustains in every spot.
So when your breath runs short today, when you've got nothing left to say,
Remember that His grace is more than sufficient to settle the score. Your limitations don't limit Him. Your weakness doesn't make grace dim. It shines brightest when you're at your end. His grace is the message He'll send. Breathe in His grace. Breathe out your fear. His grace sufficient, always near.
He heals the brokenhearted and binds up their wounds. Psalm 14:7-3. The pressure revealed the cracks, but that's where His light got in. I loaded up the bar thinking I can handle it, but the weight exposed the weakness. I try to manage it away, hide it, pretend it wasn't there. The physical pressure revealed emotional wear and tear I've been ignoring for too many years. The way He didn't crush me, but He brought the tears of realization that I wasn't that strong as I pretended to be. Been faking all along, not just in the gym but in my soul's foundation. The weight exposed cracks needing renovation by the master builder who sees what I can't see. The broken places hidden even from me. I thought the weight was in me trying to defeat, but it was at your revealing we're incomplete. My healing had been where I still carry pain from past trauma, past hurt like a stubborn stain that wouldn't wash out with time or positive thinking. The weight exposed it all, kept me from sinking deeper into the now, forced me to face the wounds I've been avoiding, needing His grace. Psalm 14:7-3 says He heals the brokenhearted, but first we gotta acknowledge where we've been parted from. Wholeness, from health, from being complete. The weight exposed it all, made me take a seat. The pressure didn't break me, it revealed what's underneath. The places needing healing, the wounds beneath the sheet. The weight didn't crush me, it exposed where I needed healing. Revealed the hidden brokenness I've been concealing. Every crack became a place that's like it in a rim. It showed me where to begin. It exposed where I needed healing, not to destroy but to start the real dealing with wounds I've been avoiding, pain I've been ignoring. The weight didn't crush me, it started my restore. James 1:2-4 says consider it joy, my brothers, when you face trials of many kinds and others. Types of pressure that test your faith, because testing produces perseverance, that's the blessing. Hidden in a weight that seems too heavy to bear. It's not meant to destroy but to repair, by exposing what's broken so it can be healed. The weight reveals being concealed. I had unprocessed grief from losses I endured, abandonment issues I thought time had cured, but the weight exposed it all, brought it to surface, not to shame me but to give my healing purpose. 2 Corinthians 4:8-9 says we're hard pressed but not crushed, that's the test, passing best perplexed but not in despair, struck down not destroyed. The weight exposes but doesn't make us void of hope, a future of healing coming soon. It's the pressure that makes diamonds, makes us immune to staying broken, staying stuck in pain. The weight exposes so we can heal again, fully, completely in every hidden place. Where darkness live now filled with grace. The weight wasn't punishment, wasn't divine wrath. It was a tool God used to clear the path. The pressure, the weight exposed every hidden wound that nobody knows. Not to shame, but heal, not to break, but fix. The weight exposed what needed is missed of grace and truth. Healing was concealed. The weight didn't crush, it helped me heal. Revelation, not exposure, not defeat. The weight showed me where healing's complete. Healing's complete. The weight didn't crush me, it exposed where I needed healing. Revealed the hidden brokenness I've been concealing. Every crack became a place that's like it in a rhythm. The weight didn't crush me, it showed me where to begin. The weight didn't crush me, it exposed where I needed healing, not to destroy but to start the real dealing with wounds I've been avoiding, pain I've been ignoring. The weight didn't crush me, it started my restoring. Through the pressure, exposed what needed healing.
seems too much to wait, remember it might be revealing the places needing healing. Not to crush you, but to show where his light needs to go. Into cracks and broken places where his love replaces the way, reveals the pressure, exposes hidden wounds. He heals, his love restores. Love it up. I pray that all may go well with you, and that you may be in good health as it goes well with your soul. 3 John 1:2. I wanted muscles, he wanted them in my soul.
Walked in the gym with one goal in mind, build his body, leave the broken behind. Thought if I got stronger physically, I'd be complete. Didn't know my soul was the real defeat. I needed to address, I was spiritually fractured. While chasing gains like that's what mattered most. But Jesus had a different plan. Not just build my body, but restore the man inside, the one I've been neglecting for years. Hiding spiritual wounds behind physical mirrors, thinking if I look good, I'd feel whole. But he came for something deeper than my physical goal. 1 Samuel 16:7 says, man looks at appearance, but God looks at the heart, that's the clearance. He needs to work on what matters most. Not just my muscle, but my inner host. A brokenness, a pain of incomplete healing that no amount of training will stop from revealing itself in moments when I'm alone at night. When muscles mean nothing in spiritual fight. I came to get strong, lift heavy weight, but Jesus came to integrate every broken piece of who I am. That's his ultimate plan. I want a strengthened body, he wanted healing in soul. I came to get stronger, he came to make me whole. I came to get strong, Jesus came to make me whole. Not just physical power, but healing for my soul. He saw beyond the muscles to the man inside. I came to get strong, he came to be my guide. I came to get strong, Jesus came to make me whole. Body, soul, and spirit, that's his ultimate goal. Not just half healed, but completely restored. I came to get strong, he came as my Lord. Yeah, 1 Thessalonians 5:23 became real to me. Says, may God of peace sanctify you completely. Spirit, soul, and body kept blameless. Yeah, that's wholeness, not just being shameless. About physical appearance while soul is in pain. Jesus wants it all healed, that's his campaign for my complete restoration. Not just partial, he want me whole. That's the marshal of his grace working in every area. Not just muscles, but healing interior wounds that needed divine therapy. That only comes through his perfect surgery. On the soul, on the spirit, on the mind. While I train the body, he works to find every broken piece that needs his touch to make me whole. He loves that much. Luke 2:52 said Jesus grew in wisdom, stature, favor with God and man. That's the chapter of wholeness, not just physical or spiritual alone, but complete development, fully grown in every area. That's what he wants for us. Not just strong bodies, but spirits we can trust. Are healed, are whole, are completely his. That's the difference between strength and wellness, bliss. Body, heal, soul, heal, spirit, he renews. That's wholeness revealed. Oh, it's strength, but complete. Not just power. Oh, Jesus came to heal every part of my soul. Physical, matter, spiritual, more together. Please. That's what he came for. I came for muscles, he came for me. I wanted strength, brought healing, complete restoration. That's his dealing. I came to get strong. I came to get strong. I came to get strong. Jesus came to make me whole. Not just physical power, but healing for my soul. He saw beyond the muscles to the man inside. I came to get strong, he came to be my guide. I came to get strong, he came to make me whole. I came to make me go. Not just half healed, but completely restored. I came to get strong, he came as my Lord. He came as my Lord. that's what Jesus came to do. Not just make you strong, but whole. That's his mission for your soul. Body strong, strong, healed, spirit alive, wholeness revealed.
It is finished. John 19:30. Being confident of this, that he who began a good work and you will carry it on to completion. I gave up, but he never did.
I fought as hard as I could for as long as I could stand. Every battle, every struggle, every war I'd planned to win on my own strength, my own willpower. But I reached the end at my darkest hour. Couldn't take another step, couldn't throw another punch. Had nothing left inside, not even a hunch of how to keep going, how to finish this race. I'd given everything, was completely out of grace in my own reserves. My tank was empty, my strength depleted, my courage scanty. I was done, finished, couldn't see it through. That's when Christ said, now watch what I'll do. See, the fight I couldn't finish wasn't meant for me alone to complete. Through my effort, through seeds I'd sown up, discipline and dedication, those things matter. But they can't finish what only his power can shatter. The final change, the ultimate victory, only comes through Christ's authority. Working in my weakness, finishing the work he started in me when I was in the murk of my sin, my brokenness, my incomplete state. He began a transformation, he'll complete what he created. Not dependent on my ability to see it through, but on his faithfulness to finish what he began to do. When I had nothing left, when I couldn't go on, he finished what he started. His work is never done. The fight I couldn't finish, Christ finishing me. When I gave up exhausted, he won the victory. Not by my strength, but by his power made complete. The fight I couldn't finish, he turned my defeat. The fight I couldn't finish, Christ finished in me. Took my surrender and made it his victory. Yeah, what I couldn't do, he completed through grace. The fight I couldn't finish, he won in my place.
Hebrews 12:2 calls Jesus the author and perfecter of our faith. That's the protector of our journey. He starts it and he ends it too. Not halfway, but completely seeing us through. Every battle, every struggle, every fight we face, he doesn't just begin and leave us to chase victory on our own. No, we finish it strong. What he starts in us, he completes all alone. The way that's his nature, his character shown. Philippians 1:6 says he'll finish what he's sown. In our hearts, in our lives, in our transformation. That's his promise, his covenant, his declaration. I couldn't finish the fight against my addiction, but Christ finished it through divine restriction of the enemy's power over my life. He completed the victory through spiritual strife. I couldn't finish healing from my trauma and pain, but Christ finished mending every broken chain. Not because I was strong enough to endure, but because his strength and weakness is pure and perfect and complete, accomplishing more than I ever could fight in this war. On my own terms, in my own might, Christ finished in me what I couldn't fight.
I surrendered,
He finished,
I gave up.
he won.
The fight I couldn't complete,
The work is done,
not my power.
not my power.
He finished in me
He finished in me,
what I couldn't be.
couldn't be.
It is finished
It's complete.
in my life.
He finished the fight,
He ended the strife.
ended the strife.
I let go.
He held on,
He finished in me what I thought was gone.
God was gone.
The fight I couldn't finish
Christ finished in me,
when I gave up exhausted.
he won the victory.
Not by my strength, but by his power made complete.
Fight I couldn't finish,
He turned my defeat.
fight I couldn't finish.
Christ finished in me. Took my surrender and made it his victory. What I couldn't do, he completed through grace.
The fight I couldn't finish,
He won in my place. He won in my
he
place.
finished the fight.
Completed the
In
battle.
darkness light,
I couldn't do it.
he finished for me.
That's it on me.
That's being free.
So when you reach the end of your fight, when you got no strength left, no might, remember that surrender isn't defeat. It's letting Christ make your victory complete. He
what he starts, he completes what's incomplete. The fight you cannot finish, Christ will complete. Surrender isn't losing, it's winning, it's winning. He finishes the fight, completed. Your day.
Let us run with perseverance the race marked out for us. Fixing our eyes on Jesus, the pioneer, the perfecter of faith. Hebrews 12:1-2. I lost sight of what mattered.
But he brought me back to center.
I was chasing every shiny thing that caught my eye. Lost in distraction, couldn't focus, didn't even try to stay centered on what matters, what's eternally true. My attention scattered like the wind that blew in every direction, no anchor, no core. Comparing my progress to everyone's score. On social media, feeling behind, feeling less. Lost my focus in the noise and the mess. A modern life where everything screams for attention. Nothing sacred, nothing gets true mention of what really matters in the grand scheme. I was living for likes, for the dopamine. Hit a validation, a temporary praise. Lost focus on Jesus in so many ways. My heart drifted slowly, almost didn't notice until I was so far off. I lost my focus completely, spiritually blind to what's real. Couldn't even remember how worship should feel. That's when Jesus, like Peter walking on water, who sang. When he took his eyes off Christ, that's when I drank from the well of his grace. He reached down his hand, said, fix your eyes on me, I'll help you stand. Recentered on what matters, on eternal way, not temporal distractions that disappear. When I lost my way, when I couldn't see straight, he recentered my heart before it was too late. When my focus failed, Jesus recentered my heart, brought me back to what matters, gave me a new start. Fixed my eyes on him when they wanted away. When my focus failed, he showed me the way. When my focus failed, Jesus recentered my heart, pulled me from distraction, made me a work of art. Refocused on his purpose, his call and his will. When my focus failed, he's recentering me still.
Matthew 6:33 says, seek first his kingdom and righteousness, then everything else will come. But I reversed the order, sought everything else first. Lost focus on the kingdom, my spiritual thirst. Unquenched by distractions that promise fulfillment, but left me empty. That's the installment of focusing on temporal instead of eternal things. 2 Corinthians 4:18 says what seen brings temporary satisfaction, but what's unseen is eternal. I lost focus on the spiritual, the internal kingdom work that matters beyond this life. Jesus resented me through love and strife, not harsh but corrective, redirecting my gaze from the noise back to him, changing my days from scattered to focused, from distracted to centered on Christ alone. That's how I re-entered the race with purpose, with focus renewed, not on my performance but on what Christ pursued for me on the cross. That's the ultimate focus, his love, his grace. That's where he spoke this truth into my scattered heart, brought order to chaos, recentered what mattered most. That's his process of sanctification, bringing us back to center. Every time we drift, he's there to re-enter.
Fix your eyes
On Jesus,
center your heart
on him,
when focus fails.
he likes to dim.
Not on distractions,
On Christ,
not on the
on
noise.
me sinners,
Brings release
from scattered men,
to focus faith.
from chaos.
Jesus recenter.
What is best?
Keep your eyes,
Fixed on him,
your heart.
center true.
When focus fails, he'll see you through. When my focus fails, Jesus recentered my heart, put me from distraction, made me a work of art. He focused on his purpose, his call and his will. When my focus failed,
He's recentering me still,
recentering me still.
every single day.
When distractions come,
He shows the way
back to what matters.
back to his face.
When my focus fails, he recenters with grace.
In a world of constant distraction, where focus is hard to find,
Where focus is hard to find.
Jesus is the center that brings peace to your mind. When you lose your way, when you can't see clear, fix your eyes on Jesus, he'll draw you near. Center on Christ,
Christ,
focus on him,
on him,
he re-centers
your heart
when vision
grows dim.
Therefore, there is now no condemnation For those who are in Christ Jesus, Romans 8:1. I didn't realize how heavy it was until he lifted it away.
I thought it was just who I was, my personality, the weight I carried daily, my reality. Didn't know it had a name, didn't know it was a shame. Just fell wrong inside, like I was to blame for everything that went wrong. Every failure, every loss, carried it like a burden, like a cross. That wasn't mine to bear, but I didn't understand. That shame was weighing heavy, like cement in my hand, pulling me down, making me hide my face. From God, from people, from any kind of grace. They might see the real me and what I done. The mistakes, the regrets, the battles I hadn't won. Genesis 3 shows that I'm in need, felt shame. After the fall, tried to hide a frame. From God who came walking in the garden, cool. Shame made him hide, that's the enemy's tool. To keep us separated, isolated, alone from the very presence that could bring us home. But Jesus came to carry what we couldn't own. Isaiah 53 says he bore our sorrows, made us bold enough to come out of hiding, to lift our faith, to receive the freedom that comes with his grace. I didn't know I was carrying shame all these years until Jesus took it off and I broke down in tears. I wore it like a garment, didn't know I could be free until Jesus removed it and gave new identity. I didn't know I was carrying shame until Jesus took it off and lifted the weight I worn for years. Now I can finally see that shame was never mine to hold, he carried it away. I didn't know I was carrying shame till he took it that day. I didn't know I was carrying shame until Jesus took it off me, replaced it with his righteousness, set my conscience free. No more hiding, no more burden, no more looking down. I didn't know I was carrying shame till he turned it around. Hebrews 12:2 says Jesus endured the cross, scorning his shame for the joy set before the loss. He was willing to take, to carry our disgrace, so we could stand before the Father face to face, without shame, without condemnation hanging heavy. Psalm 34:5 says those who look to him are radiant, steady, not weighed down by shame, but lifted high. In his presence where shame cannot survive. The light of his love, the truth of his word, there is no condemnation is what I heard. When he took the shame out, I carry like a cloak, invisible but suffocating, making me choke on words I couldn't say, on dreams I couldn't chase, because shame told me I didn't deserve that space in his kingdom, in his family, in his plan. But Jesus removed it, said you're my chosen man, not because I earned it or deserve his grace, but because he chose to take shame's place on the cross where he died. Shame died too. 1 Peter 2:6 says whoever trusts in him won't be put to shame. It's true. I lived in freedom I didn't know existed until shame was removed and I persisted in his truth, in his love, and his complete acceptance. That's the gospel power, his very essence. He took the shame off my shoulders, carried away to the cross. What I didn't know I held, he removed the law. No condemnation, no more hiding. He took my shame, made everything right. Radiant faces, looking to him. Never again, he removed what held me, set me free from sin. Stand tall now, shame is gone. Jesus took, he carried what I didn't know. That's why he forsook. I didn't know I was carrying shame until Jesus took it off me, lifted the weight I worn for years. Now I can finally see that shame was never mine to hold, he carried it away. I didn't know I was carrying shame till he took it that day. I didn't know I was carrying shame until Jesus took it off me, replaced it with his righteousness, set my conscience free. No more hiding, no more burden, no more looking down. I didn't know I was carrying shame till he turned it around. Turned it around. Shame is gone. Jesus took it, made me strong. Not in hiding, but in light. No more shame, he made it right. You to carry weight you can't name. It might be the burden of shame. Jesus came to take it away. You don't have to carry it another day. Bore it on the cross so you could be free from shame's heavy cause. That's his victory. No shame in Christ, he turned it away. Walk free, stand tall. New identity today.
My grace is sufficient for you, for my power is made perfect in weakness. 2 Corinthians 12:9.
At the end of my strength,
Grace was waiting.
Rep 12 couldn't do it, muscle screaming quit. Every fiber in my body said This is it, the end of what you got, the limit of your power. But that's the moment grace showed up in my darkest hour. Not when I was strong, not when I had fuel, but when I was depleted at the end of the pool of my resources, my ability, my natural strength. That's when grace met me, went to any length to sustain what I couldn't, to finish what I started. The rep that exhausted me became where grace touched my heart. Not in theory or theology, but in practical reality. When I had nothing left, grace became my totality. See, we think grace is just for salvation's moment, but it's for daily living, for every component of our journey, especially when we're at our end. That's when grace shows up as our truest friend. 2 Corinthians 12:9 wasn't just for Paul, it's for everyone who's hit their wall of human limitation, of finite capacity. Grace is most powerful in our fragility. The rep I couldn't finish on my own steam became the place I encountered grace supreme. Not abstract but tangible, helping me complete what I thought impossible, turning my defeat into testimony of His sufficient power, working through my weakness in that very hour. When I had nothing left, when I couldn't go on, grace met me there and made me strong. The rep that exhausted me became the place I met grace. When my strength gave out, He took His place. Not in my power, but in His sufficient might. The rep that exhausted me brought me to the light. The rep that exhausted me became the place I met grace, where weakness and His power came face to face. Every limitation became a door for Him to move. The rep that exhausted me had nothing left to prove. Now I understand what Philippians 4:13 means. I can do all things through Christ in the scenes where I'm weakest, where I've got nothing to give. That's where His strength is most active, where I truly live. Not in my ability, but in His power through me. Not in my strength, but in what I can't see. Naturally, but no, spiritually is at work. His grace in my weakness, that's the perk of being finite, of being limited human. It creates space for His power to illumine what we couldn't do alone, what requires divine help. That's where grace meets us, where we yelp for resistance, for strength beyond our own. That's where grace makes itself known. Not when we're capable, but when we're not. Grace is the gift that can't be bought or earned or achieved through our effort. Freely given, that's the comfort that at the end of ourselves, grace begins. That's where victory over our limitations wins. The rep that exhausted me physically showed me spiritually how grace works, how God holds me. Not when I'm strong enough, but when I'm clearly not. That's when His grace is the strength I've got to finish, to persevere, to keep moving forward. Grace in exhaustion is the ultimate reward. In my weakness, the rep that exhausted me went to any length. Not my power, not my might. When I was exhausted, grace gave the lift. Sufficient grace, always enough. Perfect power in weakness. The rep that exhausted me showed His completeness at our end. When we can, the exhaustion reveals where grace plans. The rep that exhausted me became the place I met grace. When my strength gave out, He took His place. Not in my power, but in His sufficient might. The rep that exhausted me brought me to the light. The rep that exhausted me became the place I met grace, where weakness and His power came face to face. Every limitation became a door for Him to move. The rep that exhausted me had nothing left to prove. Nothing left to prove, just grace to receive. At my weakest point, I believe His power is perfect
When I am not,
the rep that exhausted me
is where grace was called.
So when you reach the end of what you can do, when exhaustion hits and you're through, know that's where grace is waiting to meet you. In your weakness, that's where His strength sees you through. Not despite your exhaustion, but right there in the middle. Grace is most powerful when we're most little. Grace appears
In exhaustion,
strength is near. His grace sufficient. His power made perfect here.